In a quiet village where the land was dark, rich, and alive, there lived a farmer. His hands were strong from years of working the soil, his back bent from tending rows of vegetables, and his eyes always alert for the signs the land gave. He rose with the sun and rested only when it was high in the sky. The villagers often said, "He knows the earth better than anyone." Yet, he lived alone, speaking mostly to the soil, the wind, and the birds. One morning, the sun was gentle and golden, when the farmer noticed a small figure at the edge of his fields. A girl, no older than 10, her clothes dusty, hair tangled from wandering, and eyes wide as though she had never seen a field before. The farmer approached slowly. "Hello, little one. Are you lost?" The girl nodded, clutching a worn cloth to her chest. She did not speak. "Don't worry," the farmer said, smiling softly. "You can walk with me. I will help you." The girl hesitated, then stepped into the field, following him. The farmer taught her the first lessons of the land. He showed her how to press seeds gently into the soil, how to water without washing the earth away, and how to watch the sun's reflection to know when the crops were thirsty. At first, her hands shook, but by the end of the morning, she could plant a whole row herself. The villagers watched from a distance, whispering. Some wondered why the farmer had taken in a lost girl. Others worried for her safety. But the farmer said nothing. He knew care and patience mattered more than words. By noon, the girl's stomach growled. The farmer shared his food with her, a piece of bread, some roasted vegetables, and water from a calabash. She ate hungrily, then watched him eat, learning how to pace herself and enjoy even the simplest of meals. As the days passed, the girl learned the patterns of the land. She learned to notice the small signs, which way the wind blew, which plants needed more water, how to tell a young weed from a sprouting crop. The farmer encouraged her questions, and each time she asked, the land seemed to respond with new lessons. One day, they encountered a small challenge. A line of young crops had been flattened by heavy rain. The girl's eyes widened. "Did we ruin them?" she asked. The farmer shook his head. "No. The rain did not destroy them. It only asks us to be patient. We can lift them back, nurture them, and they will grow stronger than before." Together, they carefully lifted the bent crops, tying some gently to sticks and supporting the others with small mounds of soil. By the end of the day, the plants stood taller than before. The girl's hands were sore, but her smile was wide. Each morning, the farmer took her on walks around the field, teaching her to read the land like a storybook. "Every place has signs," he said. "A bent blade of grass shows the wind's path. A broken branch tells you where animals pass. Even the smallest footprint can teach you something." The girl began to understand that being lost was not always about distance, it was about not knowing how to read the world around you. One afternoon, while they rested under a large mango tree, the girl spoke for the first time about her past. "I have no home," she said quietly. "I don't remember my parents. I was wandering alone." The farmer's voice was gentle. "Then you can make this field your home, if you wish. A home is not just walls or a roof, it is where someone teaches you to grow and trusts you to bloom." From that day, the girl worked alongside the farmer every morning. She watered, planted, weeded, and learned the language of the land. She even began to sing small songs while working, songs that seemed to make the crops grow taller and the birds settle close by. Weeks later, another challenge came. A sudden storm swept over the village, flattening part of the field. The girl's eyes filled with worry. "All our work, gone." The farmer shook his head. "No. The storm is part of the land's lesson. We cannot control the weather, but we can choose how to respond." Together, they repaired the field. They planted seeds that had washed away, strengthened the soil, and marked the rows carefully. By evening, the crops were steady again, and the girl had learned her most important lesson yet: patience, effort, and care always restore what is lost. In the months that followed, the girl grew stronger, more confident, and full of knowledge. She could plant entire rows on her own, water the crops carefully, and notice the smallest details in the land. The farmer watched her proudly, knowing that she had learned not just how to care for the field, but how to care for herself. By the end of the season, the villagers noticed the transformation. The field, once just the farmer's, now seemed alive with shared effort. Children came to watch the girl work, inspired by her dedication. Even adults nodded with respect at her skill. One sunny afternoon, the girl said, "I was lost, but now I know where I belong." The farmer smiled. "And the field is your home. Remember, it grows with you, just as you grow with it." And so, the farmer who had once worked alone found a companion in the lost orphan girl. And the girl who had wandered without a home found one not in a house, but in the warmth of work, trust, and care. The field thrived, the crops flourished, and the two of them, man and girl, worked together in harmony, knowing that life's true home is made of patience, learning, and shared effort. Moral: a home is not always a building. True belonging comes from trust, learning, and care.